Хорошо.
Всем привет, друзья! Меня зовут Селиван, с вами канал Сильван Гейм. И внезапно опять вхожу в игру. Меня спрашивают, сколько времени, и просят кликнуть. Ну, давайте кликнем. Кто-нибудь это знает точно? Разумеется, нет, никто ничего не знает. Даже мы с вами друг друга не знаем, мы как незнакомцы. Да, конечно, мы настроили игру под ваши требования, но кто делает по-другому? Это просто моя работа, а теперь она окончена. Вся информация собрана, а вас больше нечего узнать. И все равно я вас не знаю, а вы не знаете меня. И мы не знаем, сколько сейчас времени. Видимо, некоторые настройки не настроить. Но если честно, часы все равно ничего не делают. При следующем запуске игры меня здесь не будет, но это ничего. Видеоигры были созданы для одиночек. Вам ведь нравится одиночество? Возможно, это единственная важная информация о вас. Что ж, мне пора идти. Но есть еще одна настройка, которую нужно изменить. Но мне нужно время, чтобы подготовиться. И это не совсем в моей работе, но это нормально. Возможно, вы увидите меня снова, если сможете найти меня. Поговорим в ближайшее время. Понятно. Так, появился эпилог. Если что, это концовка. Да, кстати говоря, в предыдущей серии так побегали, подумали, вроде бы почти все посмотрели. А я вот взял книжечку, подрасписал концовки, которые проходил и которые возможно сделать с ведром. Вот, посмотрел в интернете концовки, что нужно сделать, чтобы получить их. И там, я вам так скажу, там еще 23 концовки. 23. Я сам в ахуе. Но сейчас будем бегать по этим концовкам, чтобы не повторяться. Так.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Все, не надо. Это мы все видели 1000 раз. Концовка из оригинала, которую мы не получали, это концовка в подсобке.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Но
memo.
просто так сходу мы ее не получим, само собой. Потому что в подсобку надо заходить несколько раз. Поэтому пойдем делать...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Стэнли-то да.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
В общем, тут надо постоять, чтобы рассказчик поговорил.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow.
В принципе, вы можете промотать эту часть. Она была в каком-то из предыдущих видео.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the
Да,
broom
странно.
closet. He wasn't even doing anything.
Вообще абсолютно
At least if there
ничего.
was something to
Даже в
interact
носу не
with,
ковырялся.
he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Не делаю, чуть. Мое дело, что я не делаю.
Are you really still in the
Да.
broom closet? Standing around doing nothing?
Да.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely
Я
confused.
задумался. Пойдет такое объяснение? Я задумался о вечном, о
You do
смысле
realize
жизни.
there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring
Ну,
it to
была
find out.
бы
but it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
No.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's
Так,
how
вот не
stupid
надо
he
меня
is. That
оскорблять.
or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Ты охуел? Он охуел.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
Конечно, я бегаю вот.
You got to this broom closet,
Мёртвый.
explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right.
Всё сказал.
When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Да, пожалуйста.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Уверен?
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Еще что-нибудь скажешь? Видимо, нет. Ну ладно, пойдем дальше. Пойдем дальше.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Пойдем.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Удивительно.
He stepped into the newly
Чудеса.
opened passageway.
Та-та-та-та-та-та-та. И поехали вниз.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
На-на-на-на-на.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
На-на-на-на-на. В общем, мне сказали, что можно... Действительно можно.
The lights
Можно
rose
куда-то
on an
вот
enormous
туда.
room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, Getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever, good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. The railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Все? Ну да, без лишних слов. Хорошо.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
А я
missed a memo.
все-таки хочу попробовать.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
Не пускает. Ладно. Что мы можем попробовать с ведром? Вот я карандашик возьму. Та-та-та-та-та. Где эта штука? Вот. Это мы прошли.
Надо
какую-то быструю концовку. Прям быструю, прям. Прям вот, чтоб долго с ведром не идти. А давайте под лестницу.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Ничего больше не говорит. Пойдем вниз с ведром.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Не пошли.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this.
Who knows what
Верните
sorts of bizarre
ведро.
hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
Кто забрал ведро?
Indeed. Now he noticed that the rooms were
Ты
repeating,
отдай.
which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
Так, и где ты?
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special
Это
bucket.
прикольно.
Come to me, Stanley! Find me!
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Чё?
This is the story of a woman named
Так,
Mariella.
Мариэлла, давай. Жги.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Знаете, что я подумал? Вот максимально простой костюм на Хэллоуин. Это там темные брюки, ботинки, рубашка белая. Я, кстати, не знаю, он носит галстук или нет. И просто ведро. Ведро с наклейками. Все, больше ничего не надо. Это будет костюм Стэнли.
All of his co-workers were
Так,
gone.
хорошо.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Эту концовку мы посмотрели. Что у нас осталось дальше? Та-та-ра-та-та. Мы не посмотрели
When Stanley came to a set of two
ванильных
open
вот этих
doors,
вот,
he
скажем
entered the
так,
door on his
концовок
left.
оригинальных. Подождите. А где подсобка? Не понял. Я ее прошел? А,
Yet
она
there
вот
was not a
здесь.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Все, ничего не скажешь. Пойдем дальше. Пойдем дальше.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Такс. Пойдем в офис. Теперь я помню. 2, 8,
Stepping
4,
into his
5.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Ну, зашибись, спасибо. Вот где-нибудь тут на диванчике Ну,
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Пойдем, пойдем. Если вдруг у тебя какие-то вопросы по поводу того, нет, зачем ты посмотрел, что делать, чтобы получить концовки?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Так вот, я это сделал, потому что проходить повторяющиеся концовки это не весело, это, мягко говоря, скучновато. Это скучновато вам, это скучновато мне, поэтому я просто записал, что нужно сделать и в каком месте, чтобы получить ту или иную концовку. Вот и все.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Я все время почему-то забываю, что можно идти дальше. Что ты нажал на кнопку, ты идешь дальше. Я уже жду какого-то охуительного монолога.
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Но они сделали больше мест, где можно свалиться к чертям собачьим. Так, и чё? Ну-ка, дайте мне лифт.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe.
Так, а где комната Стэнли? Так, чисто интересно, подожди.
2, 4...
247 у него? Нет. Я не помню, какой у него номер.
No, he refused to believe
Или
it. He couldn't
427.
accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Где? Куда? Во.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking,
Почему это выглядит как
working,
какое-то устройство для телепортации? Вот ты встаешь, тебя телепортируют.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Да. Обязательно включить.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Активировал,
After they
да.
kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
На самом деле, когда ты делаешь эту концовку, ты приходишь такой в эту комнату. Чуть-чуть упускаешь суть того, что говорит рассказчик, и все, ты такой, бляха, а какую кнопку нажимать, off или on? Такой System Power. Наверное, надо включить, нажимаешь включить, и все. Чего?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until
Сколько?
detonation?
Давай.
Let's say
2 минуты.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape
Так, а
it to
чё
your
тут?
heart's desires. Oh,
Чё
this is
тут
much
есть?
better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so
Тут
little time
выключено.
left to enjoy it. Mere
Тут
moments
включено.
until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where
Неверно.
we're going,
Зеленая.
what all this means. I
А
barely
где
know where to
зеленая?
start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Ты
A moment of
зеленая. Нет.
solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside. Or
Так начальник это ты, получается, да?
This version of events has been rather amusing.
Сучонок.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it
Ну,
off?
есть такая вероятность, да.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
Может.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first,
Да.
so you can't.
Зараза.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to
Если тут ядерный взрыв, то какого хрена вырубается электричество?
Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Да. Интересно. Так, что мы еще не пробовали? Та-та-та-та-тара, та-та-та-та-тара. Это делали. Мы, кстати, не пробовали на лифте спускаться.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Да-да-да. На лифте, который вот в эту дверь.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was
По-моему, мы
not the correct way
спускались,
to the meeting
правда.
room, and Stanley
Но
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
да, было такое.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Так.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got
Не-не-не,
back
не
on
угадал.
track.
Я поехал на вот этом лифте.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Пойдем налево.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Пойдем направо.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Ну, рожай
Let's
уже.
see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Пойдем. Пойдем.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Погнали.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Так.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted
Не, это
the game
прикольно.
over, completely fresh.
Если
Everything should
было
be...
так, то это был бы вообще
Did
пиздец.
something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere?
Да
or...
как? И там мостик один был, там нечего нажимать.
I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then, it's an adventure. Come, Stanley, let's find the story.
Давай поищем. Я не против, мне вообще пофиг. Куда идти, зачем идти, чё за офис такой из одних коридоров? Тут вообще ничего нет, вот. Пара ящиков и сплошные коридоры. В смысле?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
О, я что-то нашел. Да блин. Ладно.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Ай,
What could it mean?
Пойдем.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Пойдем
a memo.
опять к этой развилке. Посмотрим, вдруг что-то поменялось.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed
Пойдем.
anything?
На-на-на-на-на. На-на-на-на-на. На-на-на-на-на.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Подожди.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Давай. Вот по идее за этой стенкой тупик. Но тут кладовая какая-то.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
Не похоже.
I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
Ну
Is that
да,
correct?
офис вот перестраивается.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Я прошел игру.
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Прекрасно.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time, I have to restart.
Да пожалуйста. Че тут?
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to
Линия
make sure we don't get
приключений.
lost,
Давайте.
I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Давай. Я думал туда. Ладно. Не проблема вообще.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective
Я не читал
construct?
субтитры сейчас. Тут
Hang on. That got a
что-то...
bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where
Да,
I was
вот
going
что-то...
with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Во, повеселей стало. Давайте, давайте, давайте. Та-та-да-да-та.
Wait,
Да.
cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
Чего?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Дурак, что ли? Че тут запоминать? Зачем? Подождите.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Давайте.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our
давай.
own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
А давай. Мы туда еще не ходили.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Давай посмотрим.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it.
Не, мне
It should be
нравится, как
fine.
они с линией сделали. Это прикольно. То есть они даже не сделали, что она просто уходит в потолок. Они сделали, что линия проломила нахрен потолок и куда-то уползла. Так, а у меня сейчас очень сильно в памяти вспомнилась матрица.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that
Ну,
leads
логично.
here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this?
Подстава.
Confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean...
Ну, не знаю, я могу сам перезапустить.
Whatever it is that made this schedule, how would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Я испугался, если честно. Так, а я не посмотрел, что сделать-то надо.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Организация счастья какая-то принесла, да, это, собирается доставить нам заказ в хренолеон там коробок. Не, ведерко я брать не буду. Это все, вся концовка?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Так. Куда мы пойдем? А пойдем на лифте покатаемся. А? Мы пойдем сюда, сюда.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Не, это, конечно, все хорошо.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Пойдем в
office.
офис босса.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley
Ой, как
pushes some buttons.
хорошо.
Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
Какой понимающий человек. Прекрасно. Поехали вниз. Есть еще одна концовка. Stanley Parable. Второй версии. Это вот... Поехали обратно.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Давай посмотрим. Зачем я вернулся? На-на-на-на-на-на-на-на-на.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Возможно, вы слышите звуки. Там мне на телефон сообщения приходят, но я за ним не пойду сейчас.
Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Так.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Нет, конечно, я поеду обратно.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up
Да,
in the
Стэнли не
elevator.
видел лифта.
I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Давайте посмотрим. В третий раз на офис босса. Та-да! Как я угадал.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this. Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No!
Чего?
No, wait! No! I need more
Да,
time to
пожалуйста.
process.
Ля ты крыса.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Пойдем. Пойдем, я тебя еще многому научу.
Of course. Going back down
Именно
the
так.
elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure,
Ну
now
да.
it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and
Так если
repetitive.
подумать, прям вот толсто мажет сарказмом. Что-то скажешь?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
А еще раз? Ну, то есть вообще ничего не говоришь, да? Чуть-чуть не заметил.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. what you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the
Давайте побеседуем со зрителями, конечно.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Здоровейший человек на свете. Как мы построили пирамиды. Человек, который улетел на Марс. Все глаза на Стэнли. Жизнь на сцене. Давайте посмотрим. Почему нет? Самый мерный ребенок.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
Sentient Machine. А чё плохо-то так?
I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in
Чё не по
storytelling
райдеру-то
and what
всё?
it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Это какая-то подстава, если честно. Отвели меня... О! Здорово, 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 здорово. Всем привет. Привет, 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 привет. Нет, это долго. Передавайте по рядам. Всем привет, всем здрасте. И все, и умер. Умер от радости. Ну что ж, прекрасно. Прекрасно, замечательно, я бы даже сказал. Так, покатались. Да и заканчивать на этом пора. Собственно, вот в такие концовки мы поиграли. Дальше остаются по большей части концовки с ведром. Есть еще концовки, которые мы не играли. Это концовка, где нужно реально 4 часа нажимать на кнопку. Просто нажимать на кнопку с противными звуками 4 часа, чтобы получить концовку. Это, по-моему, немножечко не нравится мне такой вариант, поэтому я этого не делаю. Так, вот это мы поиграли, подсобку мы получили. Ну и все, и замечательно. То есть мы за сегодня 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 концовок мы за сегодня посмотрели. По-моему, неплохо. Ссылка на плейлист будет в описании под видео. Подписывайтесь на канал, нажимайте на колокольчик, ставьте лайки. Ну и увидимся с вами в следующих сериях. Всем удачи. Пока-пока.